some practical tips. Don't assume the reader knows about your industry or your region. Don't write about how glowing Swan Hill is without telling them, showing them what's so great about Swan Hill. If you're going to say that in your application, if it fits the criteria, make sure they can really see that it's there. It's really important that you don't assume. They don't know anything about pumpkin ice cream. They don't know anything about a news agency. They've got no idea. A lot of these people they're in Melbourne, or usually Melbourne or Sydney, and they're in a capital city, so they've never seen what's going on out there. So if you've got to paint a picture, let them know, and don't assume that they know anything. We'll score off a template. They'll actually sit down and they'll score basically straight off the template. So they'll just look to colour early. What are the key things? You haven't described it, you haven't really covered it off. Bang, it's gone. And which is a shame, because some of the really good business ideas and things miss out because they actually don't deliver on the criteria. Really important. Make sure they can't put it down. Don't let them think, that's just rubbish. So correct the errors, correct the spelling, make it easy to read, make it interesting, provide some statistics, some data, some analysis. Probably 98.5% of statistics used in applications have no supporting evidence. And I can say that that's not real because I made it up. And that's what happens. We really need to know where you get your data, what's the source, why is it relevant to what's going on in your business, what are the opportunities there for you. Examples of successes, examples of failures and how you fix them, all those sort of things. Tell us more about your business. Make it hard to put it down. We just don't want to hear all the good stuff, but as long as it's relevant. And surprisingly, one sentence answers don't really cut it in most cases. Although there was one grant recently where a one sentence answer for one criteria got 20 out of 20. Really. And that was for everybody. It was like the first criteria was so simple that everybody put one sentence and they all got 20 out of 20. So I don't know what I said. Answer it well. Really answer it well. I cannot stress that more than enough. I can give you a couple of other examples. I'm conscious of time. But, there was a business recently, actually it was a community group recently that applied, and scores were really terrific, but part of it was that you need evidence, and I'll mention in a minute, evidence of supporting funding if you're getting it from somewhere else. And they put that they were getting the money from somewhere else, but they didn't supply any evidence. They were actually getting it from the state. So we were federal and they were going to get some other money from the state. But the state hadn't actually confirmed that they were getting it, so they couldn't put evidence that they were getting it. They scored really highly, but they missed that, and without evidence of match funding, gone.
Can you only get one chance?
Yes, most times. And there's the other example I want to give you. A rather large organisation who has applied for lots of government funding, so should know the process, applied for a really significant dollar amount. I think it was somewhere, I'm going to say somewhere between 10 and 20 million. I know where it was, but I'm not going to give too many hints away. They applied for somewhere between 10 and 20 million. The total pool wasn't much more than that for that fund. And surprisingly, they didn't get the funding. And they rang to get feedback and was told that, the significant amount of money was just too much for us to give you in this round because there was other equally good or better applications. Well, they said, well, why didn't you ring us and negotiate the amount? We would have been happy with 2 or 3 million. Well, too bad. The application says, this is what you're applying for, and that's it. We don't ring and renegotiate. If you want 2 or 3 million, then you apply for it. So that means that one of those things means that if they only wanted 2 or 3 million, they obviously didn't need the funding probably for the 15. So why would we give it to them? Whereas I had an example in a similar program where a business came to me and was going to apply for 10 of a 20, and I suggested to them that was far too high and they should look at a smaller amount. I think they ended up applying for 2.5. And got it.
So do you increase your chances a lot by just being less greedy?
I don't know if you increase your chances, but when there's a pot and you're looking to apply for, say, 3/4 of the pot.
But you don't always know how much is in the pot.
No, you will. Most times from a federal government and a state government, most times you'll know what the pot is. The one I spoke about before was 19th of October, wasn't it? 5 p.m, or whatever day it was. 5 p.m. is 5 p.m. And I'll tell you if it's Australian Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Summer Time. I had an applicant ring me on Monday morning, couldn't get the application in. Well, closed at 5 p.m. on Friday, and that was okay. He knew that because I'd spoken to him earlier in the week. 5 p.m. Friday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. This particular grant. I said that to him about 30,000 times, I reckon. And so I told him that. I knew I'd spoken to him about it. And he said, but I tried to get in by 5 p.m. I said, Australian Eastern Standard Time. You're in Perth. Did you do it by 5 p.m? You'd actually tried to do it at 9:05, no, 8:05, 3 hours it was at the time. So it actually missed it by 3 hours and 5 minutes anyway. So it's still late, even if you could have entered it in that time. But it was Australian Eastern Standard Time. You don't get a second chance. It's one chance. And unless you've got extenuating circumstances big time, you're unlikely to get an extension. I have seen them, but you know. Keep a copy of your answers. As you're doing this really difficult work, most government and a lot of other things are now online. So you're typing away online, filling in spaces, recorrecting, it's all terrific, and then the online form collapses or the internet goes down and you've lost everything. I know ours now, you can save it all the time, but I just don't always trust it. I have heard nasty rumours. So work on a Word document if you have to. Copy and paste that into your final document. And or vice versa, make sure you copy it back, but make sure you've got a working copy saved somewhere if you need to go back, because at 10 to 5 on the last day, and the thing crashes and you've lost everything, if you can go cut, paste, cut, paste, cut, paste, cut, paste, you've got a chance, at least. And if it all falls over, you really, it's your own fault in the lane because you haven't done it earlier. So I always say, 2 hours before, put that as your deadline. You've got then 2 hours to contact whoever else that you need to contact from our department or wherever that organisation is to say, can't get it on, the internet's broken, this is happening, what can we do? And we can potentially work around that if we have to, but if we've got time, if we have time to go like